You know what? We do not bow down to the god of money. That's right. There's something that's more important than money, and it's called community. Yeah.
And this is my little daughter. This is Xiomara. And she was born, and she's going to be raised in San Francisco.
Well, it began in 1991. Its founders wanted to launch an organization working on tackling environmental racism, advocating for environmental justice, and also an organization rooted in community organizing. When it first started, actually, it was people organizing to demand environmental rights. About the first 10 years or so, the economic rights component was added to it, recognizing how environmental and economic justice were linked, and especially in the neighborhoods that we were organizing in the Mission and then later Excelsior.
PODER actually was founded because mothers came together against lead poisoning.
La organización comunitaria PODER señala que el 75% de las casas de San Francisco tienen pintura a base de plomo. Sus miembros están invitando a cientos de inquilinos que le exijan a sus propietarios una vivienda más segura.
Ayuda a las familias a mover a otras casas que están bien limpias y también exijan a los dueños que limpien los riesgos de plomo que existen en los edificios. Me dijeron que allí donde vivo yo tiene el plomo en las ventanas.
¿Y alguno de sus hijos ha resultado afectado con esto?
Sí, mi niña, Lilian.
We organized so that the city would address the issue for the building as a whole. For us, it was important as a newly formed environmental justice organization to have a win under our belt, have a sense of what people power can do.
There is a complete mismatch between the policies that the city has around housing and our fundamental principles or belief that housing should be a human right. And because of that mismatch, we find that people are often living in housing that doesn't meet their needs or that they can't always count on.
As the years progressed, right, PODER was just very active in helping folks fight off displacement, right? PODER was working with families on Shotwell between 23rd and 22nd, right across the street from Cesar Chavez, who were fighting an eviction. PODER was successful in keeping the families in their home, and they're still in their home. It was the Marenco family, the Recinos family. A lot of the organizing was just inherent in neighbors coming together and helping each other out, and that was just beautiful to me.
The Mission Anti-Displacement Coalition was formed during a time, it was late 90s, we're talking about 98, 99, when we're seeing what we called the first wave kind of dot-com boom, billions of venture capital money, a mayor that was opening the door. This city is for sale, and you could develop where you want, when you want, and you will have carte blanche. During its kind of height of organizing, I mean, it was going on. Like, there was stuff happening every week. House meetings, member-led forums, accountability sessions with local supervisors, going and doing direct action at corporate developers, headquarters, going into the planning department and locking ourselves in and getting arrested.
Who's the spokesperson for this group? Yeah, Robert.
How many people from the Mission over here? We got Holmes Point, baby. We got Excelsior. Yeah. We got Chinatown. We got Tenderloin. We got South Market. We got all the hoods represented here.
Something that I learned, from Eric Quesada, friend, mentor, that, we fail forward. We win when we lose.
In order to implement the type of changes that we want, we need to triple, quadruple, get our folks out to every hearing and no longer be in the dark on the decisions that are being made about us and for us.
When my family started going through our eviction, we did a call out for support. My sister at the time was organizing in the Bayview, and there was a lot of people who were going through foreclosure, and PODER played a big role in supporting. And so we would call out when the sheriffs would say that they were coming, and we would have PODER folks show up at 6 a.m. and take shifts so that the family was never alone. My dad, who was an elder in the house, couldn't walk, and so we just did everything we could to protect him. And I always felt like PODER was a safety net. PODER did a call out for support as well, and I believe that that's what helped us push off this eviction for 7 years. We have a lot of power to create change, right? Specifically around environmental justice. We're really rooted in really engaging community at a level where they could have a say in what happens. I ran the youth program for about 15 years, and every year we would have a summer action project.
This summer, about 30 students who are part of the Common Roots organization helped create what they call a toxic tour of San Francisco.
At each different site, they're presenting some of the health impacts from the chemicals that are emitted.
Hunters Point Power Plant, right here, right there, down there, was one of the oldest and dirtiest power plants in all of California.
Tour is part of the program's goal to educate and empower Chinese, Latino, and other minority youth to clean up the air in their neighborhoods.
It's really killing our health and our future.
It's also a way to voice their concerns to city leaders.
Our message is to the supervisors, since they're in the Bay Area Air Quality Management District, to help us out.
They came in not really knowing much about environmental health and environmental justice, but they've left this program pretty much experts on their communities.
Over the years, there have been so many incredible organizing campaigns in Pueblote.
What we combined was el pueblo, the people, el lote. We brought el pueblo, la gente, the people with the lote, the lot, these lots.
If the lands are public, then they belong to the people. And so how are we able to say, voice, and organize to reclaim that land?
One of those campaigns that took place on publicly owned site in the neighborhood next to the Balboa Park BART station was an opportunity to really model how we want community-based development to happen.
Los residentes del barrio del Excelsior están unidos en pedir un acceso a un terreno que está en su propia comunidad, con una gran visión que quieren convertir un lote baldío a un proyecto floreciente para servir a la comunidad.
When PODER organized to build Parque Niños Unidos, it was a 10-year struggle. It was on top of a brownfield, which is a EPA designation for like toxic site. That park was organized by kids at Bryant Elementary, at Cesar Chavez.
Hey, ho! Solutions got to go! Hey, ho!
We speak for ourselves, right? Nobody knows our neighborhood better than ourselves. We are the best advocates for ourselves. The beauty that has been created in our neighborhood with art, with like parks, that was all community-led.
What keeps me engaged and involved and inspired is work with our members, the generations of families that we've worked with over the years, the rootedness of the organization in the neighborhoods that we organize in, and the innovations that I think we've had in the work that we've done from the very first organizing campaign to now.